Hey y'all, so why is dating so hell for some of us?
How much money does a guy need to make in order to be with you? $1 million a month?
I've waited for my husband for so many years.
Sometimes I regret doing OnlyFans and dancing and all that, but then I'm a lot of younger people do.
Strong and independent, but whining.
Growing up, we were fed all of this propaganda about being independent.
I'm so fucking tired of being alone. I'm so tired of trying to find love from him. I want to be somebody girlfriend, somebody wife, somebody something. I deserve to fucking be happy.
This is how modern women killed dating.
Women these days in 2023 have unrealistic expectations for men.
Because men should meet our expectations.
Really?
Yes.
I do think that we have unrealistic expectations because they're all okay, we gotta go.
Guys are pieces of shit.
Yes.
It's incredible how she can call all men pieces of shit when the truth comes out. Here are some examples of unrealistic expectations.
You do for a living.
I'm a fucking therapist. How much should a guy earn for you to date him?
500K, close to $1 million. If he doesn't, I'm not gonna say yes. Do you hear me?
How much should a guy pay for the engagement ring?
He needs to pay again. 500. He gets paid every year. 500. He saves up towards the ring. If he doesn't, he's gonna get a no, and it's gonna be embarrassing.
How much money does a guy need to make in order to be with you?
$1 million a month? He needs to be making to be dating me.
How tall does he need to be?
6'5" minimum.
I'm not tall enough?
Hell no. I'm sorry. Short kings, but not for me, not for me.
Alright, valid.
Yeah, you can already tell that these women are out of their minds with these numbers, especially the first one.
500K.
$1 million a month?
These types of women will miss out on a good man and end up lonely. What exactly do any of these women have to offer for him to make that much money? You can already imagine the comments were harsh on this one.
I think dating is dead.
Yes, I think dating is dead.
Dating is dead, and I feel like people date for the wrong reason. They don't date to trying to find love and happiness and have family.
Okay, if dating is dead, who killed it?
I would say women.
Men.
Why?
They don't know how to be gentlemen anymore. They don't know how to court women.
Do you think women today are more interested in relationships or hookups?
Relationships, but I think people like to say that it's hookups.
The lies are hard here. Another reason why dating today is hard is because of this.
Pro hoe phase. I believe everyone and their mother deserves a hoe phase in their life.
Do you say hoe phases are necessary for girls?
Absolutely.
Why?
Everybody goes through at least one during college.
They're fun sometimes.
Yeah, they can be friends sometimes.
Only for some people, though. It depends on the person.
You're trying to find yourself.
Would you say hoe phases are necessary?
Yes.
Yes.
Very much.
In the same way guys fuck it out, so do girls. Why the fuck is there a difference?
Hoe phases are very much necessary to understand what you like and what you don't like.
Yeah! You don't discover what you like until freaking Chad or Brad or freaking Justin does it and you're like, ah, shit. Or maybe Tracy, I don't know. But you're like, shit, that's it. Can you, and then you're like, oh, cool. I like that, I didn't know I'd like it, but I did. And you're like, move on, let me upgrade, and now I know more of what I like. And you and the next time you're like, hey, random person, I really like being called a good girl, so you should call me that. And then guess what? It happens and it's better.
So in the context of sex, don't knock it till you try it.
Yes.
Falling for the I went through a 304 phase. There's no such thing. That is who she is. Even if it's deep down, that is who she is.
This next clip really embodies why I talk about what I talk about on my platform. This woman is the perfect example of why it's so frustrating for women like myself that are good women to try to remain good, because with this type of behavior, it sets the tone to thinking that all women are the same. And this clip that I'm going to show you is just one of many, and if you really go down the rabbit hole, you can actually see how toxic these types of women actually are.
Got to be down.
We gon' spin and kill. Deep it as fuck. And nigga
Some of these women really try to wear a hoe phase as a badge of honor when it should be treated like a scarlet letter.
That's right. Now say it with me. Absolutely disgusting. There is no such thing as a hoe phase. It's just an excuse these women use so they can sleep around, and they don't want anyone holding them accountable for it. What is the purpose of a hoe phase anyway? How does it prepare you for your next relationship or marriage? What's so appealing about it that a guy would want to marry you? They keep saying every girl has to try it out. How about trying out a relationship for real?
Stop! 45% of women are expected to be single and childless by 2030, per recent projection. Recent data predicts that 45% of women between the ages of 25 and 44 will be single and childless by the time 2030 rolls around. The number of single women in the United States is expected to rise 1.2% every year. This is concerning for the future of the population, the future of society. It's not surprising to me when you really look into the actual agenda behind feminism and breaking up the family and creating basically a war between men and women. It's concerning, but a lot of women are going to cheer this on and be like, yeah, that's right. I can do my own thing. I'm strong and empowered. But man, when you hit 30 years old, that will probably change for most women.
What's the problem with dating as single mums? I don't understand the issue with these men. We're talking men in their late 30s, like 38, 39, and as soon as you mention you've got children, they don't want to fucking know. And I don't get it. And then they go simping over 21-year-olds. And that's because they've got no responsibility. The free-spirited to get to do whatever the hell they want, and it makes them look good and feel better about themselves. There is nothing wrong with dating a single mother.
Because there is no benefits to it.
Sometimes I regret doing OnlyFans and dancing and all that, but then I'm a lot of younger people do not care. I was only tripping because the old heads are nah, that ain't right.
My ex, he would be like, what am I supposed to tell my mom that you do? He would make me feel so bad.
And that's such an immature comment.
Yeah.
Because what am I gonna tell my mom?
In that traumatic space that I was in, I really thought he's right, no one will want me. OnlyFans is the death.
If you can't show the kind of work you do to other people, you should probably find another occupation. She already knows the kind of response she would receive. The shame was just creeping in.
I feel unbelievably betrayed by feminism. I was constantly fed this idea that women can do everything. We don't really need men. Women can have the great career and have the kids that they like and change the tires and do this. I mean, I grew up thinking, and men are great, but I can do all the same things. I do feel in many ways betrayed by that line of thinking. I kind of want to go back to some of those teachers and coaches and say, what the hell did you mean by that? Because women can't do it all. We can't.
A lot of women fail to realize this today. The truth of the matter is that we need each other. But sooner or later, Father Time will have to remind them. But by that time, it will be too late.
Because they'll say, I don't need a man, and then, but I want a man. And so I'll say, okay, what type of guy would you want? And a lot of times they'll start with saying, oh, I don't want to get married. And then when they describe the guy that they want, I say, okay, so if that guy was interested in marrying you, would you want to get married? And they say yes. And so the problem is the guys they want just don't want to marry them.
All that work and what did it get me?
I've waited for my husband for so many years, and I'm just getting mad, and I'm about to turn 40. There's a lot of stress on me right now.
Blood work came back normal, hormone levels are normal, so we're gonna proceed
hope is never
with
lost.
the process of
Hope is never
building
lost.
these eggs.
Hold on.
I did a double injection.
Don't let
That was
go.
just one. I actually have another injection.
Hey,
Big,
hold
oh,
on.
that's
In case you can't tell what's happening, this woman is 40 years old and childless. Because she was too busy in her early years as she got older, she realized she wanted kids. Right now she's going through a process of freezing her eggs. But honestly, this has some risk to it. It's not a guarantee.
Oh no! Are you okay?
Modern dating so hard for women.
Because boys be cheating. Boys ain't shit. It is true. Like
how is it true?
I hate to say it, but all men are the same. When they like what they see, they go after it, whether you are in a relationship or not.
You don't think a dissatisfied woman would do the same thing?
Women will. I can agree to that. Women will.
So, with that being said, I could say all women are the same too, right?
Technically, yes.
But how would you feel if I compared you to the next Asian chick that walked on the block?
Okay, I can say. Okay, so
There are good apples and bad apples on both sides.
It's like my ex-husband's 6'4".
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 5'11". I'm pretty tall, so I like them tall as well.
I do get okay. So let's go because you know the 6 feet guy. Do we gotta make a certain amount of money?
Yes, he does. Yeah, absolutely, Kendra. My standards are very, very high when it comes to that. He needs to be making at least $500,000.
$500K.
Yep.
Now, let me just okay. So he has to be 6 feet.
Mm-hmm.
He has to make $500K.
At least, yes.
And you're the only woman.
I'm the only woman. Yes.
He's faithful.
Yes.
Where you at?
I'm hoping. You know what? I feel like I can find him. That's why I'm on your show, Kendra. I'm hoping that there's someone who is at my level. So.
The president makes about $400,000 a year. She would have to date a man that's making higher than the president. I really wonder where she's getting a guy like that. She better wake up from her dream.
I think it's very commendable to date a single mother. If she's in the child's life, obviously, she's a responsible woman. She didn't choose this, obviously, because I don't think any woman wants to be a single mother. It shows that you raised a great son to be able to accept a woman for her struggles and what she's going through. I don't know.
I would not say it's commendable for a man to be with a single mom. I think if your son is choosing a single mom, his value's fairly low in the sexual marketplace, and he probably doesn't have better options. But to be clear, I think in this scenario, right, you got a single mom who, by dating her, by default, you're going to take on excess responsibility without the corresponding authority, meaning you can't discipline the kid in certain ways. It's not your kid, and you have to then listen to her, and she takes lead on the parenting aspect, which removes your authority as a man, so that's very difficult for him to play that role. He still has to usually take on the financial responsibilities of caring for that child because he's caring for the mom. He also has to help out with the kid, take soccer practice, whatever. So it's usually an L all the way around. A lot more take on their side, give on his side with very little in return.
I think it's very commendable for a man to find a woman and build his family from scratch. Why would he want to pick up someone else's saved game and continue the story? There is no benefit for him in that. Subscribe.